Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. Right side again we have Monarchs versus Spyrals, full force Spyrals, that is from 2017. So, you know, Monarchs, I guess full force as well, is from 2016 Cosmo era as well. So there's only like 1 year difference between both these decks. So in theory this should be a good matchup, right? First deck list we have Monarchs, the Brilliant Fusion Monarchs, so the extra deck variant, which in this particular matchup, that's, I feel, somewhat of a disadvantage, right? We know how strong Spyrals is, and you know, Double Helix did change the deck after all, because you know Spyrals was tier 0 back then. OCG list, by the way, the one you see here, featuring Grinder Golem, also 3 of them in the main deck. Again, speaks for itself. So which deck has the advantage? You know, seeing the votes from the people, again from you know, the community section here, our tab on YouTube, is that Spyrals leading with like 80%. And I was like, whoo. Okay, I mean, we can try. I wasn't expecting too much, because the thing is with Spyrals, you saw it in the statistics, is that it's a mind-blowing consistent deck. It's running multiple cards to fetch the field spell. The field spell on its own searches, you know, a monster, obviously, one of the combo pieces, plus, and that's the most important thing, it, you know, gives your Spiral cards, in general, protection against stuff like Veil or Twin Twister, or, well, yeah, Twin Twister, but you need to target the field spell, obviously. So it's a crazy field spell. It's one of those field spells that, you know, Konami knows it's good, and there are other examples as well. Right, looking at Invoked or Meltdown, Magical Meltdown, Trickstar, the Trickstar field spell, and so on. Anyway, so go first, and my opening hand was okay. I mean, for the time, 2016 extra deck Monarchs, that was definitely a solid opening hand, but I get blocked. Was it by Blossom? I think so. And, you know, Spyrals, if they go second, they can easily OTK with exactly 8k damage. That's Decode Talker plus Double Helix in one of the zones, obviously, of Decode Talker. And then Double Helix, right? And that should be exactly 8k. So game number 2, post side deck, and I get Max Seeds. So that's an iffy one, because now I'll lose at least one Pantheism, and one Pantheism, of course, could have led into Stormforth. Then again, maybe I should have gone for it. I probably should have gone for it, because oh well, I went for Kuras, right? So on the other hand, I probably would, or at least should have gone, maybe, if I had the opportunity to go for, you know, the Ether play, search out the second copy of Ether, and then, you know, Pantheism, if I didn't use Pantheism already, if I'm not mistaken. But I was like, well, I do have Maxi, and obviously Maxi is bonkers against something like Spyrals, and I was like, yeah, that's probably the reason. Yeah, you know, using Maxi and getting those multiple draws, and you're, you know, it's obvious that you'll eventually draw into those Ethers, but the problem is that this is Spyrals full force, and again, Veiler doesn't really do much, so I didn't side deck it in this particular matchup. I guess you could use against Firewall Dragon, but that's basically it. And even then, right, Veiler against a Spiral card, if they have the field spell, that is useless. I mean, I can't really target them in the same way as well, but the problem is that Spyrals full force has so many options to special summon multiple times during the same turn. I can't, you know, no clue how many special summons here. It's just most important is that I only have 8 cards left in the deck. 7, and, you know, yeah, Spyrals is definitely going to deck me out. Look at this hand, even with, like, you know, Spiral, Double Helix, Sleeper. If I would survive, what can I do? There's the one of Trigate, if it's eventually going to hit the field. Here in this case, again, it didn't really matter, it just, you know, forced me, I guess, to draw those cards, and yeah, I can't draw any cards, so that's GG, well played. So even with Maxi, no Maxi, and Maxi, I still lose. So it's not looking too good. So game number 3. Again, this is, for the time, 2016, this is an okay start. again, going for Cuirass, trying to get at least one draw. Maybe I should have set one of my dead cards, maybe set a Tenacity, or yeah, probably Tenacity, and try to get those 2 draws. Hopefully getting, or at least drawing more hand traps, more disruption, but the return is getting blocked, and that's a problem because no return means no Aether Surge, and yeah, no Aether Surge means no Stormfort Aether play during your opponent's turn. Here, an Aether Stormfort play would have been fantastic to block the potential Grinder Golem from, bouncing itself back, and that could have sealed the deal. Then again, I was about to say, if you know your opponent has Aether Stormfort, would you go for the Grinder Golem play? Probably not, but again, if you take a look at that hand, were there any other plays, right? Anyway, but that's how it is. What can I do? Grinder is indeed eventually going to get bounced back. Yugioh, again, giving the Spiral deck more extra monster zones, and yeah, that's the problem. Again, Spyrals full force, like the 3 quick fix, again giving those beneficial searches with triple drones as well. Again, basically gives the deck more monsters, more search target, more discard outlets, and so on. So another Firewall Dragon hits the board, more bounces, again 2 bounces, I think so, well eventually, yeah indeed double helix hits the board, but eventually Tri-Gate Wizard will, a full powered Tri-Gate Wizard hits the field, which again has the capability to negate something and pop something, I guess. Is it bounce back? No, it's banish, right? Yeah, it should be, yeah. Firewall Dragon was used, right, to bounce back Grinder, and yeah, that's the game. There is literally nothing I could do about this. An extra duel, again I was like, I can't lose like this. I want to try at least win 1. So 4th game, I open again, and this is much better. Again, Pantheism for those beneficial draws, and now I actually have multiple ways to play into / around hand traps. So Domain, I kind of tell that I might be weak, I need the Domain Flash, put Erebus to 6 stars, and a Ghost Ogre indeed was changed, so that's fine, I can still go for, the standard stuff, Brilliant Fusion, etc. And go for Durandal. Durandal is a card that negates monster effects, right? So that's cool, kinda like a semi-small floodgate, even though it's not the best. Pleiades wasn't possible because, Seraphinite is not a light. I think it's an earth, not sure. But again, I can just go for, no field spell, so that definitely helps. I can, target my opponent's monster with Cuirass, and Spiral Tough, that's an iffy one. It gives Spyrals the information about my top deck card, plus it gets rid of, one of the big floodgate cards, so that's why I eventually went for like a Cuirass play. But in the long run, this is fine. The back row is forced out, and eventually I can put up Pleiades and go for, like, I guess the double tribute summon with the Eidos Idea in graveyard. Go for that after you went for the extra deck summon, and then you can still go for your double tribute summon. So that's cool. But it doesn't change the fact that Spyrals, was kind of an easy win for the deck, but I mean the deck was tier 0 for this reason. It was so fast, those small 1 card, 2 card engines, double helix, pretty broken, and that just that just gives the deck more space for hand traps, and Monarchs is super weak to hand traps. So that's how it is. Next matchup, we have Plants, so that's a cool one from 2011 versus Grand Soil Psychic. So again, very similar decks. This should be a good one. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Liam signing out. Peace.